Hello and welcome to my review of the Thrunite TC20. I usually don't buy flashlights bigger than 1x18650 because I don't like dealing with multiple batteries in one light, especially lithium batteries, but when I saw that there were a few 26650 lights coming out, I knew I had to get one, and this is what I chose. I had a few requirements and this light checked all the boxes. Firstly, it needed to be bright, obviously. And second, it needed to have a moonlight mode with good mode spacing, and I gave it bonus points for being pretty floody. Throw lights aren't all that useful for my needs. The last requirement was good tint. Most high-powered lights are cool tinted to the point of being blue. That bothers my eyes and I just prefer warmer lights. The TC20 has a warmer option. The build quality is top-notch, and the switch has a nice feel to it, although it can be a little hard to find if you happen to be wearing gloves. The switch has a battery indicator inside it that comes on in low, medium, and high. They thoughtfully left it off in moonlight mode. It's good to see that some companies actually think about the user interface. Speaking of modes, this light has one of the nicest user interfaces I've seen in a light this size. Usually this is about the sweet spot where manufacturers market everything as super tactical melt your face off lumens with 12 strobe modes and always comes on in turbo type thing. I need a light that can access the lowest mode from off yet still get extremely bright if I need it to. Brightness isn't really the main priority here for me. Holding the switch down will enter moonlight mode. It's a pretty good brightness. It could be dimmer, but it's definitely a lot better than most of this light's competitors. Short pressing the switch from off will access the last used mode. If the last used mode was moonlight, it'll default to low. Holding the switch while it's on will cycle through low, medium, and high. And these are spaced really well, by the way. And double-clicking the switch while it's on will send you to turbo. Double-clicking again will enter a strobe mode. The turbo is technically 2000 lumens higher than the high mode, but the optical difference between high and turbo aren't spectacular because high is already 1800 lumens, and perceived brightness is nonlinear. Just keep that in mind because if you've never had a light that's 3800 lumens, you may be disappointed because that's just how it is. Keep in mind that the mode marked as low is rated to run for 46 hours. I found this mode to be perfect for walking around or even tail stand lighting a dark room. In fact, I use it as a lamp sometimes. The TC20 takes a single 26650 and it has USB charging capabilities. I'm not sure how I feel about the USB charging because it adds a non-potted rubber flap sealed USB port. Don't get me wrong, charging ability is great, but I don't trust this light in the water because of that flap. It's rated for IPX8 and I'm sure it meets those requirements, provided the flap isn't accidentally brushed open, but knowing my luck, that's exactly what would happen. I would much rather have a more waterproof, possibly more compact light without the ability to charge itself. This has become my go-to light for outdoors because it can get so bright and it can maintain high brightness levels without getting too hot. It's also a really nice size to hold. Think of it like a midget mag light. I like it a lot. I don't really have any complaints other than the rubber dust and water flap. If you'd like to check it out, I have affiliate links in the description. Thanks for watching and consider subscribing.